Hey guys, so here is a second video, really a pretty late second video on this 2024 Lasko 18-inch pedestal fan, model 1823. And here's the second video, or the remake of it. So I got this fan from a thrift store for $30, and to do the unboxing and assembly of it. The reason why I got this fan is because my school had a lot of them, and they were basically this one, and I thought it'd be the same performance, but I was wrong. I was very wrong, because I'll explain that in a little bit. But so I got this at their store for $30, which is, I guess, a decent price considering I think that's when they were, how much they were in 2015. So I got mine this from a thrift store, even though they are sold at Home Depot for at least over $40. They're more expensive today. They go up for at least $50 somehow. But yeah. So yeah. This is also a pretty big fan, as you guys can see. It's an 18-inch pedestal fan. It's the biggest pedestal fan I currently have here. Because the rest of them are 16 inches or smaller. I mean, I do have other 18-inch pedestal fans at my other house, but because of the but they're at my mom's house. I have 4 other 18-inch pedestal fans. I have this fan's older brother, which is the 2017 Lasko S18902, which is the gray one. I have that one. That one's from 2017. This one's from 2024. I have a Celatech 18-inch pedestal fan, which is loud, but it's also kind of like this and the gray one. I have a Holmes 18-inch pedestal fan, no, 20-inch pedestal fan. Well, it claims to be 18 inches, but it's a 20-inch model fan, even though it's wrong, honestly. And I have a Lasko Windstorm pedestal fan, which is the 10-blade one. So sorry about the dog in the background. Damn it. We just got to ignore it. Just I'm trying to talk over it. But anyway, so this is the 2024 one, 2024 to 2025 model. The reason why I got this fan, like I said, is because my school had a lot of them, but that was because they were older models, and they were from 2021. This one's from 2024, and I didn't know at the time when I got this, because that Lasko brought back the blade design from the 2000s. So basically, the blades were not like this. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and just explain over that real quick. So basically, I think it was 2012 or 2009 maybe, I'm not sure, when they made the blades, when they took this blade out, when they discontinued this blade and they made the new one until that stopped, I believe, in 2022, or 2023, which, so this is the blade from the 2000s, since 2003, where it has the wider blades. Okay, let me start it over again. Okay, I'm not gonna say it again. My school had the 2021 models of this fan that had the blades with the pointy, sharper ends, and I think the blades are a little bit skinnier. I think this one has the wider blades with the flatter ends, which is why. And I do not like this one as much as the ones at my school. So here's what I picture it as. So basically, the blade is wider on this one, and it's also flatter. Whereas the ones at my school, they're a bit skinnier, and they are also pointed at the end. But they brought back this in 2024, so that's why this has the blade set. But the thing is, with this blade now, it runs a lot slower than it was before. I think they discontinued the other blade set in 2022 or 2023, and they brought back this in 2024. So that's bad. A good example is the 2017 gray one that I have. So yeah. I still do have the 2021 model in my classroom at my school. Well, yeah, I think we still do have it, but right now I'm not at school right now, so that's yeah. But that one was an older model with the skinnier blades. But like I said, this fan with this blade, it runs a lot slower, so it's not as loud as it used to be. Like an example for my 2017 gray one, that fan, since it had the pointy blades, it was loud on all speeds. Like for example, high speed on this is low speed on the 2017 one. So yeah. Let's get a close look at this fan now and see what we get. Here's the badge. It's been getting a little scratched up already, even though I had this fan for at least a year now. I am planning to get their blade replaced soon, so that I can use this fan a lot more now. This is the first time I've ever seen it. I've ever used it over here by the shelf, and you can just see just how big it is compared to all of my fans on the shelf here. I do have to replace the blade, but like I said, this has gotten a bit more pointier since 2019. That's when they have the better fans. This thing is kind of getting dusty, but the thing is, it's been sitting in that corner ever since when I rearranged the studio, because yeah, why not? Because since it's in a crowded corner, that's how it collects the dust. So that's pretty bad. And just by looking at the base, you can see how dusty it is. Let me bring it into the light here because I'm not in the shadow. You can see just how dusty it is. Look. Pretty dusty right now. But yeah, I think I'll pass on that. But yes, I still do have to get the blade replaced soon. There was a 2024 Elegance Performance pedestal fan at my school, and it had this blade on it. Well, it's like a. Okay, sorry about that. There's too much barking outside, but anyway, still going. So the 2024 Lasko Elegance Performance pedestal fan that was at my school, it had this blade on it, but it was actually a lot faster. It was kind of like the same sort of speed range as the older ones. Before they managed to make the blade so slow that it's not even worth using anymore. This blade was used on the one that I tested at Home Depot when I was there, when I was doing the fan startups at Home Depot video. This was it was the first fan I've tested. What I do like about them that they switched to this design in 2018 and they still used it is that the grill comes off a lot easier. As you guys can see, I just have to lift up one tab and then undo the rest. And you can see the blades don't look all that bad. I'll put this aside. You can kind of see the blades are getting dusty. As you guys can see, spinner nut. The blade is jammed onto the shaft, and also this had the same issue with the 2024 Elegance Performance pedestal fan. Since that one was never disassembled, the blade was jammed onto the shaft and I could not take it off. Like, I removed the spinner nut, and then this one, since I've had it for a while, I can still easily take the blade off. Since it's been worn out a little bit, you can see the inside of the hub is kind of getting dusty. Still not that bad, and you guys can see, this is actually a bit thicker plastic than it was before. Not bad. I think it actually went on easy. Another thing is that another thing is that, you know how these blades are used on the box fans? Well, fair enough. They did not. I don't think they changed the blade design for the box fans, or box fans, whatever. Because their performance actually stayed the same ever since, even to today. The only difference is that they changed the motor to like a square-shaped motor, and yeah. But it's overall not that bad, honestly. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get into the video now. Here is the left side. It's not even in frame. Okay, here is the left side. Here is the right side. And the back. And it's got 3 speeds and the oscillations. The motor housing is kind of getting a little dusty, but I can clean that. It's been, just like I said, it's been sitting in that corner, so this is the dustiest part of the entire fan. So yeah. This fan can be tilted. Oh, the cord just came off like that. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tie the cord back up, I guess. Yeah. When you turn on the fan, you'll notice it makes a really weird whirring noise because of the blade. But that's because of the flat end of the blade. The ones from 2015, the ones from 2009 all the way up to 2022, before this blade came back, they did not make the whirring noise. Well, I think they did, but not as much as it does now. But I have to warn you guys, this fan does spin pretty slow even on high. But anyway, I'll just go ahead and just plug it in and we'll start it up. It's also got the fused plug that will keep us safe. So here is low speed without oscillations. I didn't even realize it was up. And there's that annoying mirroring noise. You guys can hear it. Sounds like crickets chirping. And you notice that also with the ones from the 2000s, because they have this blade on them. And that's how it's gonna be today with every single Lasko fan that you buy, from these ones all the way to the remote control ones. Yeah, that's another ones. Those are other ones that I also forgot to mention. But to be fair, this fan is pretty quiet. So every single 18-inch Lasko fan that you buy is gonna have this blade, and it's gonna make that annoying whirring noise. It's already blowing a pretty decent breeze and it's very quiet, as you guys can see. yeah, you get the idea. This airflow tester is not even working properly with me. But yeah, this is another thing I don't like, is that they really slowed down their fans ever since, and now this is the way it's gonna be. But I think they made the blade thicker with this one, because the 2024 like performance one that was at my school, that one just went faster, and I think it had the lighter blade, but it had the newer design. Also, this fan is out of balance, and it is obviously shaking. You guys can probably see it. But of course, it's a Lasko fan, and some of the ones that I've seen before aren't actually out of balance. Like the one at my school that was in my classroom, that one was in perfect balance. It did not shake at all. Well, yeah. I do remember having one of these back in 2020. That one was no good. It straight up just got rained on, and then it was dead. So, yeah. That was the only video that I made of it, and then it was gone. So, yeah. Alright, here is medium. And it shakes a lot more on medium too. But it is still pretty quiet. Unlike the models from 2019, they were loud. And this is really blowing the air. Well, that's a pretty decent fan as well. I'm surprised. Right now, here is high. This is like either medium or low on some of the older models. It still is pretty quiet. I mean, it's decently loud, but it's not as loud as like other models, because those were actually extremely loud. And it's blowing a lot of air too. I will eventually get the blade replaced soon, so it doesn't have to be like this, because, yeah. Now I'll just go ahead and change it back to low speed, and then now I'm going to see oscillations. And we can tilt it. I do need to get this blade replaced. I'm pretty sure. What was that? So, yeah, I don't even know why I have this thing now. I mean, I have to replace the blade. I mean, I don't like this thing's blade. I'd rather have it more like my 2017 one that I have. But that's just personal. So, yeah. And I'll have to put it back in that really crowded corner. Look how small that corner is for this large fan. Alright, let's take it up to medium. This is surprisingly a good fan, despite not spinning so fast. But like I said, I have to replace the blades, so I will do that eventually. Now, I mean, if I replace the blade, it's going to be louder because it's going to be a lighter blade set. That's another thing. But honestly, I don't even care about that. So that's decent. Alright. Now for high. I'm surprised this thing's blowing a lot of air even though it's not spinning very fast. That is impressive overall. Another thing is that the 2024 Elegance Performance Pedestal fan at my school, that one did have a startup sound. It had motor harmonics. This one does not have motor harmonics. I'll try to capture the startup sound at the end of the video when I turn this off. Oh, tripped. I was kind of lucky on that fan, but not for this one. Oh yeah, I definitely will take this fan. Oops. That oscillator knob was a little stiff. now I will go ahead and turn it off to do a spin down. Pretty decent. So that's the performance of this fan. Now I'll go ahead and get onto the startup noises. Here is high. Medium. And low. Oops, that's medium again. Fail, I guess. At least I got the startup sound on high and medium, but not on low. So I'll just go ahead and end the video now. Well, there it is, my 2024 Lasko 18-inch black pedestal fan, model 1823. The second video of it. So it's quite a late video to do, but at least I did get it done. And yeah, I'm still not impressed with the performance. Well, I kind of am, but not with like how slow the blade spins. Like that's unacceptable. Like, for example, here's high again. If it was just like a little faster than that, then this fan would be acceptable. But I don't know. I will try to get the blade replaced soon. So yeah, now I'm just gonna put it back in that corner where it was originally. So yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna put the cord back up now. So I'll just go and put the cord back. Oops, I forgot. The cord's underneath that. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I put the cord back. So that's it for this, for the video of my Lasko 18-inch black Lasko 18-inch pedestal fan, model 1823. Second video. So as always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.